Thank you, viewers at home. Now we are into sum and product of root of an equation. Now, how do we use that? In this context, what we'll be looking at is we are using two symbols, which are alpha and beta. We are using alpha and beta to represent the root of any given equation. So if that should be, then we have this. We say x minus alpha, we close it into x minus beta equals 0. By the time we expound this, we have x squared minus alpha times minus beta will give us minus beta x, then minus this time will give us minus alpha x, then minus alpha times minus beta will give us plus alpha beta equals 0. Now, once we have this, we can, since this is minus, this is minus, we can interchange them in order to bring the alpha to the front and beta to the back. So we have x squared minus alpha x minus beta x plus alpha beta equals 0. So from this, since we are having minus minus, x squared will now be, we bring the minus out. That will be alpha. Now we have plus beta. Then you bring the x is common to the 2, bring it to the back. Then plus alpha beta equals 0. So from what we've been able to deduce, we are going to use this as the equation to get the root of any given equation at this level. Now, immediately after this, the next thing we want to do is that since we know that the sum is equal to alpha plus beta, and the product is equal to alpha beta. This is the product, this is the sum. Now that we are having this, there is a way we are going to work it together. Now we will now introduce the quadratic equation pattern, which says s squared. Now that will now be as squared plus we have bx now plus c, which is equal to 0. Now that we have this, the next thing I want to do is this. If you look at this, the portion of this is talking about the minus, while the portion here is talking about the product. So the next thing we do is that we divide through by the coefficient of s squared, and that means we'll be having s squared plus b over a x plus c over a is equal to 0. So let's even make it this way. So a cancel a. We are having left s squared plus b over ax plus c over a equals 0. So from this, we can go back to this. How can we relate this formula to this one? Because this one is already s squared minus alpha plus beta x. So that means alpha plus beta is b over a, then the x at the back, then plus alpha beta, which is c over a. So from this, we can easily say that for the sum, which is equal to alpha plus beta. Alpha plus beta is the same thing as minus b over a. Don't forget that here, alpha beta is having minus, and there is going to be an x at the back. That's for the sum. Then when we come to the product is going to be equal to alpha beta, which is equal to the last one, the constant, c over a. So we have this sum, we have this product. So whenever you are given any equation to generate, when you are given the root, and when you are given two roots of an equation to generate the equation, you can use this method, you can use this one, or you use this one. It's either you use this or you use the first one. The two of them, when you use these two, you will be able to get your equation. But once you are given an equation to get the root, you come up by this. What are the sum? Then what is the product? Now, to the first equation we are having here, we are to find the root of this equation. So, how can we get the root of this equation? Don't forget that the roots are just alpha and beta. So, alpha and beta, this is the sum, this is the product. So, what do we have? From the question number 1 that says 2x squared plus 9x minus 4 equals 0. Now, from what we have, it's like this quadratic equation that we are having here. So, how do we go? By getting the sum and the product of the equation. So, we will say for this, that will give us x is equal x squared will now be plus 9x over 2 minus 4 over 2 equals 0. Don't forget that this one has been with this. So this one has cancelled this. This one also can cancel this one and give us 2. So what we are having left is we will now have x squared plus 9 over 2, 9x over 2 minus 2 over, that will be 2 over 1 equals 0. So from here, the sum of the equation is, the sum is equal to, don't forget that in the sum, you will introduce your minus, which is minus of this, that is minus b over a. So that will give us is equal to minus 9 over 2. That's the sum. Then if we are going to get the product is equal to, the product will give us, that is alpha beta, which is the constant value. The constant value here is the same thing as c over a, which we have done here, and our answer is minus 2. So these are the two roots of the equation. Here is one, here is the other one. So minus 9 over 2 and then minus 2. Thank you. That is for that one. Thank you.